Hey, how y'all doing? My name Thomas Walker, Thomas Henry Walker the third, and this is one of Thomas Talks. And I'm gonna be talking on two topics of who I am. I'm gonna talk about Ku, and I'm gonna tell y'all how y'all know everything that I'm telling y'all as is really the fucking truth. So who I am, like I just said, I'm Thomas Henry Walker the third. Just remember that. And I'm a God. I'm a King of Kings. And I am me to be who I am to say it to be. I am divinely protected. And I am a president's son. I am the 16th president's son. For real. On both sides of the table. I'm stuck in the middle. And this some real ass shit. And it's just crazy. I gotta say it like that. I'm connected. I'm connected to the mob. And I'm connected to the government. And I'm connected to the people. And I'm connected to the spirit, man. And I can prove all of this shit. And I'm just gonna give you a history lesson, right? That's how you gonna know, right? So, we from the Holy City. I'm from the Holy City out west. Like I just said, I'm from both. From out south and out west. Look up the Roberts out south. Look up my other people out west. You feel me? I'm on both sides of the table. I'm stuck in the middle. But let me give you a lesson. I bang 1600 to the day I die. I ain't gonna never switch it over. Even though I fuck with 1.5. And that's some real shit. And I fuck with 4 too. So, but I fuck with 1.5. But like I say, this is the history lesson of how everything all come down to be for me to be. Like I just said, I'm 1600. So we go all the way to England. Boom. Scotland was the first empire to stand, right? They stood at 1606, I believe. 1606. 100 years past type shit. Wales and England merged together with Scotland and they create an empire. So I'm part of the Holy Empire as well, right? Boom. And that happened around 1707. So now let's go back to America. Boom. This is how I'm the 16th president's son. Just thinking about this. I think it was around 1962, but 86, I believe, 1986 Emancipation Proclamation. And 16th president, y'all was Republicans. We ruled for the Republicans, not the fucking Democrats. It got flipped over. It got flipped over. Then the Democrats became the Republicans. That's another story. I'll get into that shit later. But America got established around like 19 something, I believe. But 19 something. After that, right? Like I just said, 1600, woo wop the bam, the England shit, they merged. So when you look at America, woo wop the bam, and Great Britain, you see a Britain star look like this. It's a star, boom, boom. If you count all the angles, it's 8. And like I said, I'm from one of those. I'm stuck in the middle. I'm from the K. So, I'm from K-Town, right? There used to be a U, right? And I fuck with all the cuts. C's, U's, T's, and Fo's. And on the other side, G's, breeds, and So's. Off the 16. And a couple BDs as well. So I'm stuck in the middle for both, right? And when you go to the K, when I went back to the land of the K, they asked what you want to be. I said, none of that shit in the birds really matter. I said 3 to 4. They said, who? I said, from me to you. So, right? That made me flip Black Supreme Disciple on Black Soul. Like the ones from 16, not the ones from Home and Walnut, but the ones from 16. So now let's look at the K, right? Like I'm trying to tell you. Because if you add the V and the L, it'll make a K. So UK, right? Like that's the only reason I went all the way to the UK. If you add the U and the V, or the V and the L, it'll make a K. So those were 3. So that's why I said 3, 4, right? So now in the K, everything in the K in the Holy City, right? It starts with a K besides one street. That's called Trip. For who? For me, right? And they say that's you. I say, I know. For who? For 2, right? And how I know? I'm Tommy 2 times the baby, right? And how that shit came to be cool. So, K's and the U's, right? I'm King Tut's son too. He died at what age? 16, nigga. He died at the age of 16, right? So, it's just, woo, a lot of shit, like I'm trying to tell you. You won't believe it, right? So, now let me get into this cool shit. And why a lot of people be saying it but be misusing it. We speak of the Holy Trinity when I just told you 3 to 4. Holy Trinity, right? 3 to 4. God, His Son, and the Holy Spirit. Now I'm going to tell you about the 4 in grace. All right? So, don't get shit confused, right? Now, we're going to go to Ku and how Ku got established. I asked one of my homies, what did Ku mean today? He said, Joe with a capital J, man, bro, or B, comma, comma, comma. I said, why ain't the B on the end capital? You ain't really get it. I can ask a motherfucker, a female, this, what do this shit mean? What you're doing versus LCOLP ASMF. And they gonna know exactly what the fuck that shit stand for. So for the abbreviations. And I'm gonna get into this shit because it's a mind thing, right? It's a mind thing and a mouth thing and a hand thing, right? I'm gonna explain that shit to y'all down the line. So the J was for Jashin. And the B was for Baza. Boaz. Look it up. White and black. White is light. Darkness is black, which is love, which is understanding, right? So we got Ku out of it. Right? Ku. So knowledge and understanding. And there's always a great part too, right? Like I was trying to tell you, you can't have knowledge without understanding, but you can have understanding without knowledge, which comes with wisdom, but you have to have the knowledge to understand that it's wisdom, right? I say this because it's like basically you can't really have one without the other, but you could after you learn, right? Which that is what wisdom is. After being a fool. So Ku. And this is how you know Ku is meant for like God. Y'all be saying his name and saying that shit in vain, which is bad, bro. You calling your friend, your father, or your son, or the Holy Spirit, right? Or who, right? And this is how you know what cool really mean, right? It's a story, right? In the Bible. That's how you know I'm really from the Bible, right? And I'm really one of them ones. Please do not chase after me. That's the worst thing you possibly could do. This is how you really know. So in the Bible, right? Long story short, or short story long, there was nothing. It was darkness. It was complete darkness, right? Until he spoke, let there be light. He considered a mind. He used his mind. Then he used his mouth. He considered, let there be light. Boom. First thing that he made was what? If it wasn't day, then it was night, right? He made the day and night. So he took something out of himself to put the stars into alignment and made it at night. So, right? Let there be light. Woo off the bam. This is why there is a queen in England, right? We're gonna go all the way to Adam and Eve now. Boom. We get to Adam and Eve, right? And this is why you gotta understand it was a war between darkness and light type shit. And the devil, right? The devil and God. And they say Jesus is Satan. And to a point he is. Because he was created by both. He was man, so he had sin in him. But he knew better. Jesus knew better. He was one of God's. He knew better. He just knew better. He didn't fall for temptation, right? So Jesus knew better, right? And out the bam, they sacrificed Jesus, right? But God came through all of these things, right? So let me go back to Adam and Eve with the forbidden fruit. So, you know, Satan got to Eve first, supposedly, right? She made Adam eat that forbidden fruit, right? They woo off the bam. God called on them. They hid themselves and they got dressed. Who told you you was naked? Right? Who told you you was naked? Who told you? He had already know. The devil got in who ear first? Eve, but Eve went wrong. Because Adam knew better, right? But Adam didn't understand it, right? Until he got a piece of that forbidden fruit. And remember, God created Adam in his likeness. Something like a man, right? So when he looked at Eve and ate that forbidden fruit, he said, whoa, man, shit. Whoa, man. And this is how you know. When God gave him that punishment, men have long suffering and women will go through birth of pregnancy, right? So you got to understand all the animals. God created all the animals. And he knew when Adam asked to make Eve another companion, that man had to be what? A mammal. Man-mo, motherfucker. So look all the way back, right? Boom, 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 boom. First man-mo was what? A seahorse. Because God had to do what to a woman to make her a woman, right? So a seahorse, a man can have a what? A baby. The man shoot out a baby. That's fuck. I mean, I'm not going through this shit again. So, Aquaman, right? But we rule and we praise women for that shit from now on. That's why it's a queen in England, right? I'd rather woo out the bam and then make a man. I reverse it because the shit come from end to beginning, right? Never say it again. So in the beginning, right? And with this with this with now Jesus get, now let's fast forward, boom. Jesus get into being him. He grow up, walk the bam, get his 12 disciples. Judas end up trading Jesus for silver. Remember this silver thing, because I'm talking to one of my friends as well. Remember this silver. He traded them for silver, right? Traded them for silver, right? He end up dying. Judas end up dying. Boom. Judas end up dying. He committed suicide, and Jesus rise from the dead. I get on that too, about how motherfuckers rise from the dead another day. Cause I was half living, you feel me? Till motherfucker made me fully live. So Jesus ended up dying, come back, he come in, talk to all the disciples. There's one that's not there. His name was Thomas, right? Thomas went there. He went back to talk to who? Who doubted? Oh, he didn't rise. Because why? Thomas knew better. Dead do not come back alive. He's one of the other ones that knew better. Like, how could this shit not possible? So don't tell me some shit. He was hurt. Unless this man show me his face and let me stick. Oh, well, that's you. And the spirit as well. You feel me? Okay, cool. I live through these niggas too, right? So this is why they call me two. I'm 2 times, right? So I'm the 1, 2. But Judas committed suicide. He came back for his last disciple to tell you this shit, right? 1, 2. I'm 1, 2. I'm 3, right? So when Judas died, he also had to play Judas, good and bad. 1 over, 1, 2, twice again. You feel me? So we say 2, 3 like Mike, 2, 4. You feel me? Kobe Bryant, right? Love, peace, man. Big 6 for LeBron James, right? So you had to play it twice. Tommy too. So now let me get into this shit that we call cool. When I was talking about the love and light and understanding, right? So cool is knowledge and light is understanding. So when you talk about the Holy Trinity, right? God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and grace. 4, you feel me? You gotta always have that shit. Ask him for it. Grace and mercy, right? And peace, shit. So really grace. But to keep it going with the coup, and you don't believe it, what is Kufi? Head. So when I call up Cool Glow, I call him the head of the shine. Cool Glow, he gonna always shine. He the head of the shine. When they call me Cool Ding, I'm something like magic. I pop up. I'm the head that'll pop up on you, man. So cool, right? Like T.I. label, clothing line, a cool. It's a cool. Not a cool, but a cool, right? Why he say it like that? Because the pronunciations really matter. When you all think about it, they made us all one together. A, meaning singular. A, meaning plural. I need a book to read. That can be any book of any genre, but I need a book. I need one book, a specific book. I need a book that I need to read. I need that book, that one. Okay, cool, right? And I just said a kufi, right? One on your head, right? But there's still also 2 kudos. Praise and what? Honor. You get praise and honor with kudos. And if you look up how to pronunciate it, right? Look up how to pronunciate kudos. It's going to be K, probably a lowercase y for the K, U, big O, little O, Dose. D, probably over the underline and the S. Kudos. Why? Because it's 2 on dose. You feel me? So you got to consider the 3 all together to be 1. But you also need to add grace. So when I said 3-4, Black Supreme Disciple on Black Soul, they understood at that moment of the O and the son of the O. And like I say, I'm off 16th as the 16th president son though. And that's as real as it get. Look at Abe Lincoln. And look at me though. He was a black man, a light-skinned man. They ain't want to tell you though. He on a copper penny and the $5 bill. Brown and pink, so shit could be real. I don't see no other 2 men on any type of bill. You gotta play it fair. You gotta play that shit for real. So this basically even more. I go and talk to my homie. What cool mean? And he got this label clothing line, ABG, all about grinding. So when you put it all together, he's saying all about light. Why is that? Because light had to find darkness. Why? Because we say at the speed of what? Light. So if you're grinding, then what you're doing? You're moving. You're moving. Right? And what he got behind it? His label, his logo. A ape. A silverback at that. Look at the silverback. The silverback is from Eastern and Western. And when you put them both together, boom, they made a silverback. But it's also considered a 4 or 5 more species. So it's mixed like a mutt. And that's the best way I can put it. Tommy 2 don't get stuck. A lot of shit. And if I told you all of who I am, then y'all will love it. But I'm just gonna keep it a secret. I know, but I told y'all one of them and consider me to be who I am when I just told you that is what it is though. Love, peace, and blessings. Tommy 2, like I say, I'm the one above all. They call me 2 times the baby. My last name Walker, but I ain't even lazy. I'm authentic and amazing, so nobody can't phase me. I be focused on this money, so now they all want to pay me. It's hard to stay broke when you got a face for these ladies, but I'm GOE, so I tell them, pay me. My heart filled with humble, but my spirit filled with cash. I got the eyes of a lover, making haters looking mad. I'm ambitious and I'm bad. I'm a cool kid with hella swag. They call me Mr. Nike Boy. I was born to take a bag. Ooh, baby. So have a blessed day. Love, peace, and blessings from me to y'all in every single way. In every single way. Remember, you gotta crawl before you walk. And there's no lie. When I try to tell y'all I was the 12th and the last disciple, that is not no lie. So 0 is 1 and 1 is 2 and 2 is 3. And when you reach that base number, right? When you reach the base number, when you reach the base number of 10, 10 is back 1, so it repeats over again. So 10 is 1, and 11 is 2, and 12 is 3, or 3 to me, and that's to you. So now you know how to crawl before you walk when you reach to the base levels of 2. Love, peace, and blessings when I say I'm sending it to you.